What's up, everybody? I just want to apologize. My hairstylist was late, so it's totally out of my control about starting the stream. A few minutes off schedule. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. We're doing Weird Wednesday, exotic, erotic openings today. Hello. This is a G-rated stream, so don't get any ideas. I'm just joking around. Hello. This will be our last Weird Wednesday before William goes back to the past. So, guys, next week we're headed back to Europe. I'm removing to Europe, where I'll be based in Budapest once again. Coffee, Bob, Sacamano, Asterbate, all my regular friends here. Crazy situation. I had to put in 2 weeks' notice quite suddenly, and they let me go that day and paid me out for the 2 weeks. Mr. Coffee, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Asterbate saw a police escort of a Dunkin' Donuts truck. Mr. Coffee, getting a new job, should read the first comments before the last ones. He's getting a new job starting on the 25th. He's switching from Dunkin' Donuts to Starbucks. So, hopefully your boss will be the new president of the States. No. More messages below. Let's go, guys. Welcome to my stream. Yeah, no, I was reading, like, you know, things from front to back instead of back to front or whatever. So, doing Weird Wednesday, unusual openings, blitz challenges here. Everyone, welcome to challenge subscribers first. 5+3 through 7+3. I haven't played any chess this morning. Elephant Gambit there from JCS. It's a little crazy openings in the classical things. E4, E4, E5. Latvian I play a lot, but the Elephant Gambit I never play. I've never taken the Elephant Gambit as seriously as the Latvian, but honestly, it can't be any worse. Never bought a book. I don't know if there's ever like been published a real book on the Elephant Gambit. The Latvian there have been. I actually have one on my shelf. Yeah, different animal openings to be exotic. The leopard defense. The sloth. We should make up openings with animal names. What would the sloth be if it was an opening? Unusual Wednesday. What day is today? Ask me, what day is it? What day is it today? Astabate's favorite commercial. No Londons today. If anyone plays the London, I'm gonna just, you know, resign or something. Those are my correspondence games. Someone on sound there. The sloth. A3, H3. Good to hear you might be getting redeployed to a new coffee chain near you, Mr. Coffee. Let's get some challenges out there. I'm going to have to play one of these GDIs. Let's check out the GDIs. Create a game. Whoops. I didn't want to create a game. I meant to do lobby. Alright. Rated casual 3+3. Nothing. Let's see what fits here. 5+8. That guy disappeared. Nobody likes rated. They're like Nils. Nils donated 5 gift subs the other day. Was that yesterday or the day before? I haven't seen him since his dad got mad that he donated 25 worth of gift subs. The sloth opening's whatever Flash plays. That's awesome, though. We need an opening called the Sloth. I think that's perfect. Chess opening name. Just rated games out there. Special 3+3. 3+3 is a little fast, but maybe that's guy's 3+3. That's more like a little bit fast to commentate the game. +8. That's a weird time control. 15+8. Okay. Welcome to my stream. So next week I'll be in Budapest at this time. Hopefully, if all goes well. Now we got some challenges. 3+3. Guys, anything between 5+3 and 7+3 we're doing. Nils spending his dad's money on Twitch. I don't know. Maybe he ran out of his own money and he had to start using his dad's money. A+2. There's an A+2. Let's play this guy, Log Flume. Since you guys want to challenge me, I gotta play a weird opening against Log Flume. Log Flume is a supporter of lichess. That's cool. So, you know, the A6 isn't even weird by my standards. Definitely gotta play knight. My knight was stuck. Good luck. A good support of lichess. That's cool. The 3 a.m. defense. I invented this opening. Yeah, now I go C5. I've gone on here with the... Looks like with the lag. Check the ping. Yeah, ping is high, 345. 3 a.m. I don't know about 345. I call it the 3 a.m. defense because I invented it at 3 a.m. in the morning when I could sleep one night. It's like, I've got to think of a new opening to play. We'll just play knight h6 on move 1. And implement some ideas of playing a little bit like Caro Khan with d5. He's not using his time. We did kind of like this the other day. He challenges to like, or he sets up like a long time control and then plays real fast, you know? That doesn't make sense. Think I'm joking? Wait, what was I joking about? Guys, tell me what I was joking about. I had knight takes e3, queen h4 check, but I'm looking for more. We're hunting for bear. Not satisfied with the mere check on h4. Queen is dominating popular culture, yeah. My daughter is like 9 years old and she's into queen now. That's really strange. Not really at all when I was young. Alright. So anyway, knight c takes d4, queen a4 check could be a rude awakening. So what can we do? We take with a c knight. But actually that works. Knight c takes queen a4 check, queen c6. This is messed up, but it still seems good. Nothing wrong with that. Gives me the possibility. Knight takes e3. Anyone ever make an artistic antipasto spread? I feel like it'd be Italian to do that. You know, I mean, I don't know. It sounds like something an Italian mother would make, and if not, you're just an imposter. Okay, bishop takes d4, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, also good. You think Neil's spending his dad's money as a joke? He's trolling us? You don't believe it? I don't know. He's hard to judge. Now it's too late for that, though. I don't have queen c6, but I would just bring in knight back. I've got a challenge here against Fuzzy Logic so far. So gamers get to play first. Save a dog. Now he's trying to outstrip me in development. How dare you? Queen g4. It's like one of those Tarash French lines. I just don't think white has enough here. Plus, what's remaining of his pawn chain is like falling apart. The ruins of white's pawn chain. Looks like Machu Picchu. What's left of it. So, the formerly great civilization that was white's central pawn chain, crushed by the 3 a.m. defense. We'll take here later. We've got one pawn already. Don't be greedy. That's like one of my philosophies. We had a Fisher quote with the tournament, or yeah, I guess the tournament yesterday. It was like, take material, always take all the material, or something stupid like that. It's hard to believe that like, one of the greatest chess players in history would get quoted as saying something like that. It was really odd. It seems like in my history, in my experience, materialism is the single most overrated principle. The principle of material in chess is the single most misunderstood and overused principle that you can attach yourself to. And more people lose because of being overly materialistic than pretty much any other single thing. All right, now this is just a second pawn. Having said that, you know, if it's free, it's for me. As Tony Rook said. Shower again. Oh. I don't remember if I showered today. I don't remember if I brushed my teeth today. But I usually do. You know, that's the important thing, right, Bob? You know, you can skip one day, but the important thing is that you usually do. That's the problem with things like Alzheimer's disease. You think you did, but you didn't, you know. If there's any question about it, do it again. I had 5-3. Uh-oh. Alright, there's knight a4 here, threatening to win a piece. So, he got threats. He's in the house here, but we can buy some time with bishop a3. Log Flume. I wonder why he chose to make his name Log Flume. It's like his favorite ride at the amusement park. Or maybe he works at Great Adventure. We're going to trade queens. When you're up material trade, now he's going to get a rook on the 7th, so maybe I should have been a little bit more cautious here. This was possibly the only good square I had, but on the other hand, yeah, he dropped his queen. I feel kind of bad. If he trades queens and plays rook c7, it's still not that easy for me to make progress. I'm probably winning with rook d7. But he's only a pawn down. It's still a battle. No, he's 2 pawns down. I forgot. All right. You see, I'm not materialistic. I just thought I was 1 pawn up because I'm not a greedy guy. I was up 2. Clash Kid, what's up? Asterbate, thank you for the two bits. Does it involve cleaning between your teeth? All right. Fuzzy Logic. I've got no other challengers. No challenges from the subscribers, right? Fuzzy Logic, you're not a subscriber. Is he a subscriber? I've lost track of like Nils's gift subs. Who those were awarded to. There were like 3 people who weren't even regulars. So if you're a subscriber and I don't know about it, let me know. Welcome to the stream, guys. International Master William Paschall here with Ponda micro version. Hello. And the macro Ponda. And we're going to go back. We're going to see Ponda for the first time. Hello. I'm just a sort of filling in scrub. All right. But I think I had too much caffeine this morning. Kind of hyper. Anyone here know the user Dr. I thought it was Dr. Mysticus? No. Merle, welcome. Thank you for your donation, sir. Oh, man, those reality pet shows are starting to get on my nerves that my mom watches on TV. Animal Planet, endless reality pet shows. G3, E6, Bishop G2, Knight F6, E4, D5, E4, D5. So it's a kind of closed Sicilian if you play C5 coming up. Coming to a theater near you. Merle Dixon, thank you for the donation. Merle's out in front, just ahead of Dim, with 301. Jim on 300, Alms on Twitch 200. Asterbate in the neighborhood there. This is effectively a kind of birds opening, really. I mean, what would you call this? They'll soon be unemployed Pondas. I think I'm going to take the small one with me. If I got some room in my bag. Just a second. We'll see what Mom's doing. Thank you, guys. Second, third string Pondas. Oh, this was a prominent subscriber and moderator on Ginger64 and a strong player. He was recently convicted. I love this convicted. He was convicted. He had attorneys present. He obviously, you know, was tried in a court of law. I don't know about convictions, you know. Here, it's difficult to convict someone of online chess use. Spectacular Camel, what happened? Oh my god. That was a snipe. Wow, nice job, man. Spectacular Camel in the house with a 302 first place snipe of Merle Dixon. And I played C4. That must have inspired Spectacular Camel to donate to support the stream. Good to see you. Spectacular Camel, up and coming Camel. You know what it is today, right, Spectacular Camel? You know what it is today. You know what day it is, right? They don't have that commercial in Denmark, unfortunately. He would appreciate it. It's hump day. It's hump day for Spectacular Camel. What about knight d4? No. The hump day, weird hump day. 302 sniped the first place. B6 a good move. Fuzzy Logic finished like what place? Second place in my tournament, third place in my tournament yesterday. It was Yellow Dragoon first. I was second, and very close behind me was this guy, Fuzzy Logic. Development space. He's securing the c7 square for the queen, obviously. This is one of those wholesale trade all the pieces in the vicinity type positions. I like rook c1. Sacrifice. Acerbate, guess what day it is? Mike. That's what that insurance company Aetna? No. What's the name of the insurance company? What is he doing? Let's see. Knight d5, take. Knight takes, pawn takes. Knight d5, pawn takes. Knight takes, it's all a fantasy. I have doubts about bishop f2. It feels a little bit too passive. Acerbate's down out of bits. That's 200 bits. Wow. You guys are awesome today. We got a bit war boiling up in the stream. I thought about sacking a piece. It's really just a move that complicates the position. I thought he could take and then return the piece. Return it. Basically, like if you buy a pair of shoes online, you can return it for a different pair and a different size, obviously. Knight to d5, ed, cd. That was like last move. Knight c takes e5, pawn takes e5, knight takes e5. And I kind of ran out of ideas there. I was actually possibly missing like bishop f4 or something at the end of the day. Can I do it now? Knight d5, ed, cd. Looks better now than it did before. Still not very convincing, is it? I mean, he just takes on e5. What do I really have to show for that? Just like fancy move syndrome, right? At the end of the day, I don't have anything to show for it. Yeah, he doesn't want to. He wants to wholesale exchange stuff. Just do it anyway. What do I get here? Nothing fuzzy about this guy's logic. He's extremely solid and extremely fast. Capable of a 2,000 plus performance in the tournament yesterday. We had a blitz arena 4:30 p.m. yesterday. 19 bits. Oh, Spectacular Camel goes to first place. taking out Acerbate again. Okay, so ED, CD, that's deep. I've got D6 getting the piece back, so it's not really a sacrifice. I'm really looking forward to never seeing another Animal Planet reality pet show. It's enough. Enough is enough. Enough of the same thing. It's like playing the London system. Alright. What does he do? He wins material here? We need play. We need play. This is kind of a weird decision of mine. But I thought I would get the file. Having compensation based on the open file. I don't know. It appears I should have compensation for the sacrificed pawn. But it's not really better for white. Acerbate, thank you, man. Thanks to all you guys. Spectacular Camel, Acerbate, and Merle Dixon all donating a lot today. Hundreds of bits altogether. Happy Wednesday. Alright, so what's up with this? I figured I would tie him down to... oh, I get it. I get it. Got it. Get it. Got it. Good. Well, this is a good move. Multi-purpose. Get the bishop in the game. Get your bishops in the game again. Oh, man, they called from Donald Trump's office again today. I don't understand what that's all about. Apparently I'm a Republican. They're well informed. It's so good to see Rook D7. That's basically all I could ask for. This unfortunately should hold for black. I've just got to be happy I'm not losing at this point. I have a microscopic advantage. Microscopic advantage. So check King G4. I guess we go up. It looks like a draw. This guy, politics is a distraction. I don't want to get my life wrapped up in that. But I don't want anybody calling my house about anything. But it's funny, I only get... I only ever get political phone calls for the Republican Party. I never get anything from the Democrats. They seem to have more respect for your for your privacy. I don't know. Alright, so this looks drawish. I guess I could walk up here, though, and cause some problems. Play the Guatemala defense. We were supposed to play weird openings today. What did I do? So I screwed up. I was supposed to play weird openings already first game. I forgot. Check this out. I H5, dude. Check this move out. The H5. That is excellent. Why did I go to G3? Maybe I should have gone to G4. Man, that's the best move. That's gotta be the best move. Rook takes A5 and then check. That could get kind of weird. This has to be a theoretical draw. Theoretical draws. My king is cut off now. Check out his technique. Best possible move, best possible move. Maybe we can make progress somehow. It feels like the best moves anyway. He was playing the moves I expected, the moves I thought were the best. It's obviously likely that this is a draw. I mean, I have an A pawn. It's not that good. Any sort of rook pawn in rook endgames? Yeah, this fuzzy logic guy, I mean, his play is too good for his rating consistently. He finished third in our tournament yesterday. He also doesn't seem to talk in the stream at all. But he beat Yellow Dragoon. I don't know what that was about. That's an impressive win. Maybe it was like a blunder or something, I'm not sure. And we've got to at least make an attempt to win this game. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I don't get about this guy. Okay, I think the game against the other Dragoon, they both made a lot of mistakes, but his play is close to, like, candidate master overall. There's no way to make progress here. He doesn't fancy rated games. I don't fancy any rated games. Nobody in their right mind would fancy rated games with this guy. No way for white to make progress. We're actually following a game, whoever they are, 2012. But I sacrificed a piece here. Fancy. This was fancy play syndrome. It's because I didn't want to just have a boring draw. I missed 91 apparently. That's a crazy move. 91, clear advantage to white. I have to admit I missed that. Let's see the final center pawn loss for both sides in this game. I thought I had enough compensation here. This opening, this game analysis is taking forever. There must be some mistakes at some point. 10 center pawn loss, 11. You think Bob is underrated? He's underrated in his troll rating. His troll rating is underrated. He made 3 inaccuracies the whole game. No, he made a mistake. Alright, anyway, this is taking too long, guys. Let's go on. Next game, let's get some more challenges out there. I promise to play weird openings, exotic, erotic openings today. I've got to think of more imaginative stream titles. I like how Astana's streaming at the same time as me. That's going to take away some of our viewers. Damn it, Astana. He's a cool guy. I met him in Budapest Spring Festival. All right, but let's move on. Next game. Am I going to go back and just challenge random people again? Or are you guys gonna send me challenges? We've got unusual openings today. I forgot to do it. Oh, that was a little bit out of the ordinary. First game we played knight h6 on move 1. Second game, he has a sexier voice. Yeah, he's got that cool accent going on. Bob is a god when he's on his game. Alright. Now, Astana is streaming. He's a player from Ireland. Okay, this guy's challenged me to 10.0, but we don't play 10.0. If you want to challenge me, it's got to be between 5+3 and 7+3. Let's take this one. I didn't check to see if this player has 100 games. I'd like to see you established account. That's cool. So let's do it. From Romania. Okay, D4. Unusual openings is supposed to be today. So let's try this. A little bit unusual. All right. C3. Oh no. The anti-London system. That's what this should be called. D4, C5. Anti-London. Now, how do you stop it? It's coming next. You know, we'll find a way to stop it. I refuse to play the London. All right. This is the anti-London. A new opening. It's not a sloth. What kind of animal would this be? Check him out with knight d2. Knight d2, c takes d4, knight c4. That's kind of a cool concept. I'm not sure if it's good for white, but it's a cool concept. Turkey farm. Merle Dixon said he's taking notes. Turkey farm is underrated. I agree. I take back is underrated. We got a lot of people here. Now he's going to turn this into a gambit. I was talking about not being materialistic early in the stream, so here we are. Here we are being materialistic again. A Loch Ness Monster. What is this opening called? The Anti-London. I'm gonna play this against Merle. Bob says I came back from laundry to find very complimentary assessments of my level. I said you weren't underrated. I debated. I said you're underrated in your troll rating. Alright, so we're just up a pawn for nothing. I like that. It's not a bad move, but it's not developing any pieces for white. The key is development. Guys, let's get some challenges. You think Bob is the #1 troll? I don't want to have a contest about trolls. Somewhat Unsound is, yeah, he's underrated. He's not that good if he gets in crazy time pressure. That's his only problem. Nefidai was kind of similar to that too. We could argue Nefidai was underrated. He could play a crazy good game at times too. I think, Jim, you're underrated too. Think of the other players who can play really well. Newell Skinner, Morales. My stream is like a breeding ground for underrated players. But I mean, part of it comes down to what you guys were saying earlier. Since I do so many unrated games, so many casual games, with the regulars here in the stream, I mean, it's kind of like pretty basic that there would be a lot of underrated players. You guys are learning from me and learning from my stream and not playing rated games while you're here. So it's almost like, of course, a lot of the players here that are playing mostly here are going to get better without increasing their ratings necessarily. So I'm tempted to go for it here. Move 11. We're having a contest to see who's the most underrated player on my stream. I invented the anti-London system. D4, C5, C3, Queen B6. Now we go for it here. Developed our rook without castling. Stook is a contender. Yeah, if you go by you know, per rating point, that guy is like, he's back down to 1,000 though, I saw. He's seriously back down to 1,000. So I think he has like a 3-year-old child who must like play in his account or something. There's really no other explanation. How am I going to get my A-Rook in the game? He feels left out, this piece. Can we transfer? Can I get a transfer? JCS has not played over the board. Oh my god, dude. I don't really remember you saying that before. I always just assume you did. You just didn't want to mention your rating or be that specific. It's amazing, you know. How that's possible at the stage of the game. Who's the best player in here? What are we talking about, Bob? Yahtzee? I feel like I'm doing this all for nothing. Like there's no threat. No matter how many times I like double or triple on the H file. Why don't we just play c5 at some point? Take away those squares. No more knight d4. What am I supposed to do with my king now? Man, I keep having hallucinations. If I castle, does he really have knight takes g6? F takes g6, queen takes g6? I mean, that shouldn't work, right? It's almost like I'm castling into an attack here. All I've got is pawn structure and a pawn. How does the England gambit rank compared to other unsound gambits? I think it's right up there with the elephant. Natalie Lewis. She's right up there with Joe Lewis. Equally tough. Oh, the psychic network. Rook f4 preventing queen e4. One of my biggest ideas here. The white king is just totally open. There's no way to get at it. Door number 1. Let's see what's behind door number 1. Knight g4 maybe. Queen a6, knight g4. You gotta get the queen and knight into the game. No, he might like play queen a6 banking on me. Let's see. Alright, never mind. Better endgame for me. Pawn up, better structure. The eel. Sometimes referred to as a dragon. It's really an eel. I really don't want to trade pawns here. It's terrible to play rook a8 though. I can't go on like that. Bob. You need therapy, Bob. Sexual healing. This is over. That was necessary. The second pawn in the bag. The eel is working. Now his knight is going to come back into the game. A. How about my king? We can bring my king up. Good move. No, it's not. Never mind. Pawn collector. The 70s cop show. I love it, man. Thank you. I was thinking of shaving. It's like Barney Miller. I look like someone from Kojak. No, I took it as a compliment. Thank you. I'm going for the Magnum PI thing. Just keep the eel in one piece. Do not allow the opponent to segment your eel. See, that's what I'm talking about. Got everything. All the pawns. I want all of them. Make 6 queens. Remember when I tried to do that? I tried to make 4 queens against the guy and I actually stalemated him. That was so sad. Epic fail. I'll let you have one of them. I just want my eel to be in one piece. I think he's playing for time. But I'm not going to torment my opponents. No need for that. Look at this, timely resignation. Alright, we finally got another challenge here. Cyan Wolf Gamer 09. But they don't have enough games. So I'm not going to take that. I've got to ask people who challenge to have like an established rating. Did G5 win a piece? Probably move 11. 26 G5. Not many challenges today. What's going on? Move 11, honestly, I looked at G5 and I didn't want anything to do with it. It's like, that is not the kind of square I want to give my opponent's knight. He could probably sack the exchange there with something like rook takes f6, bishop takes f6, bishop f6, g f6, knight f5, and have some kind of annoying counterplay. Level up is re-challenging to a proper time control. He's got 102 games. Let's do it. Where's my subscriber challenges today? We have 33 viewers. We're moving back to Budapest, guys, so the stream times will be changing. The times will be a-changing, according to Bob Dylan. It's for some people how many moves you can last. Well, that was always like, you know, you go to the bar and you meet this bartender who, you know, he knows how to play chess, but he basically would be like 300. So, and that's the classic kind of barroom bet that you get from people who really don't know how to play. They're like, oh, I bet you could last. Could you beat me? That's the question. Could you beat me in 10 moves? Could you beat me in 20 moves? So, yeah, that's very common. Asking how long, you know, could I survive against you? But chess doesn't really work like that. I mean, it's not that easy to just crush people in a few moves, obviously. The more advanced players here know that. You're going back to 4 a.m. Eastern Time stream time. Well, HTFP, I, you know, will probably think about that, though it's really dependent on my mom. I've got to get my mom settled, and we don't really know for sure what we're gonna do with her. When I move her over there, it might be a home for elderly, it might be at home, it might be an apartment where she has care. So I've got to get my mom settled in the next couple weeks. So we're gonna kind of play it by ear on the stream times. That stream time that I used to do, it works for me, you know. I'm gonna play the Elephant Gambit here for unusual exotic openings. We should do a stream where we only play animal name openings. I know Hebden liked to play this. The Grandmaster from England, Mark Hebden, who's a friend of mine. But I was kind of wondering the other day, like, is it possible to play knight f6 and just say screw it, you know? Like, why do we worry about a pawn at this point? Just sacrifice. I'm curious about that. We'll check after the game. Mark always played this, though, from what I saw. I guess this is the idea, to like hold e5 so you can play f5 and turn it into some kind of weird Grand Prix. Pretend we're playing the Grand Prix attack or something. Do you think about the England Gambit? Merle Dixon, were you the one who asked that earlier, or was that move 11? I think it's utterly unsound, but it's probably one of those things that's better than I gave it credit for. Basically, no one good plays the England Gambit, so you never have to seriously think about it. I've never seen anyone over 2100. I've seen some... I remember one player who was like an up-and-coming kid who was 2100, who used to play it. That's about the strongest player I've seen playing the England Gambit in a tournament situation. I don't think I've ever seen a master seriously play it. I mean, it's one thing to play it in bullet. You know, it's actually a great bullet opening. The best kind of bullet openings, you basically just do the England Gambit. The orangutan is an exotic opening. Good call. What are the odds of very next opponent playing the exact same responses of an odd opening? Sometimes it gets suspicious. You know, as Kurt Cobain said in his famous Nirvana song, "Acerbate, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you." All right. Laughing at your own jokes is a sign of sheer arrogance. All right, let's go. Orangutan. Looks like something to do with Andrew Tang. Is that why he plays the orangutan? Bishop takes f6. Maybe I don't know. I don't have to automatically make that capture. G takes f is interesting and fun too. Deadpan silence. Alright. I'm playing the Grand Prix attack defense. What is that? Is that Nirvana lyrics, Bob? I never really liked Nirvana that much. It's like the poster child for 90s grunge rock, but all of my favorite bands came from that generation, but I didn't really have a big thing for Nirvana. It was alright. It's not politically correct. Yeah, that's the next thing they'll start. Yeah, Nirvana was... I wouldn't call them a one-hit wonder, but they were, like, really given too much credit. But, I mean, they were already like that before he killed himself, honestly. They were like this over-the-top popular, without that much justification band, even well before Kurt Cobain committed suicide. I think that was already well underway, and you know, it just got magnified by the fact that he committed suicide. It's not like they're only famous because Kurt Cobain killed himself. I mean, they were already overly famous as this poster child for grunge rock, and there were a lot better bands at the time, like tons, that got a lot less press. But d4, wow. I think we got to go for it. I mean, d4 is a little bit over the top here by white. Level up. He's leveling up. Yeah, I mean, Pearl Jam was way better than Nirvana by a million miles, musically speaking. All right. Let's talk about chess. That's why we're here, right, guys? We have 3 challenges. I'm trying to play unusual openings here. The elephant gambit, the giraffe defense. Elephant Gambit, Giraffe opening. Does anybody know about like lichess and the Opening Explorer on lichess and where the opening names come from for a lot of the variations? You know, this Opening Explorer that they use on lichess, I think lichess has to subscribe to some, you know, some third-party service that basically builds this Opening Explorer. You could find it on a lot of sites, other sites like Chess Tempo, 365 Chess. They use the same Opening Explorer, I guess, provided by this third party. But I was wondering if the opening names for a lot of variations come with the Opening Explorer, because there's some really weird, the pterodactyl defense, like, I mean, is that a real chess opening name? They're just arbitrary names for stuff that I think are debatable. A lot of debatable arbitrary names in the lichess Opening Explorer. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Yeah, we're gonna go forward. There's one named Coca-Cola. It starts with H4. Yeah, it's funny. The Red Hot Chili Peppers played at my school when I was in college before they were even famous. And I was like, oh, I'm not even going to go. I didn't even, you know, never even heard of them. This was like in 1991. But I think they have a lot of talent, you know. They became too commercialized. It's sort of the same effect as you know, other good acts that got overly commercialized, like U2, Nirvana. We're here to talk about music, right? I guess we go for the jugular. The one thing, Level Up, you know, he has good appreciation for control of the center, but he's neglecting his safety of his king. Yeah, the opening names I was talking about. I tried to get off music, but it's hard to leave the subject once we get entrenched in it. The irrational hatred for Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, you know, they're actually really talented musically. I mean, the way they combine a lot of different genres and stuff. But I can see, like, getting sick of stuff that's overly promoted. Just let the conversation flow. It's hard for me to chill like that. The Coca-Cola Gamut. So I think the names for the openings are just made up on this site. You know, whatever the place is that creates the so-called Opening Explorer, whoever's responsible for that is just tagging it with like weird names. And then chess players all over the world are like taking these names from this arbitrary Opening Explorer on lichess and thinking like there's some established name for something. But it's not true. I mean, the chess opening names can't be copyrighted, I guess. The name appears on many sites though. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that my guess is that this Opening Explorer, whoever creates that, is responsible for basically putting it across all these sites. What could be a better authority than lichess? Well, I think there should be like a written authority, you know. There's a lot of chess books published in the history of chess. There must be some about opening names. There must be some authority on opening names. We'll have to ask Edward Winter. Dude's seriously starting to scare me here. He's 1,000. Maybe this is Stuck's other account. So take an F3. I feel dirty and sort of materialistic doing pawn takes G5, but he played H5. Whoa. H5 can't be right. That just can't be right. If nothing else, I'll just hide behind the pawn. Yeah, I mean, h5, he has to try takes and use the h file for mates. Queen's trapped. The fighter. Did we lose Spectacular Camel? Or he's just lurking? Not Edgar Winter. Edward Winter. It's this person. It might even be a pseudonym for this really, really highly regarded chess historian who's, it's not clear if that's his real name or he's like just got a secret name. He wrote a lot for, particularly, I guess, what site was it? Several different online sites. I guess New in Chess even too. Who's 73? Edward Winter. I mean, is that even a real person? It's supposed to be a real person, I guess. 73 is really... I was thinking about this since I'm getting old. I'm 39 already. I think that old starts when you're like 70. My new philosophy is that old starts at 70. The older you get, the further you push it back, you know. Right, super old starts at like 80. Old is 70. Alright, we got another guy who's hanging on here, but he's down a piece. The Elephant Gambit won. .47 is old. I can't think of any 47-year-olds. Bob, we can get you treatment for your sexual addiction. The first step to progress is admitting you have a problem. It's like Alcoholics Anonymous. Where's the mate? There it is. Alright, that was a long one. Do we have any subscriber challenges? Captain Duck. That's a 3+2. These games are so long I might start taking 3+2 challenges. Man, every single game I play is like crazy long. I've got a subscriber, Wolf Sing, so we'll take that. I'm supposed to be playing 5+3 through 7+3, so 3+2 is a little too fast. Juicebox, good to see you. I think Juicebox, not Juicebox, sorry Juicebox. I think Bob got, you know, somebody sent him a... He got like sort of lifetime membership to, you know, what is it called? Nugenics or whatever? Taking too much testosterone? I don't know. It's my turn. Oh my gosh. I forgot. Low test. Yeah, I agree, Bob. I agree. But it's not that I have low testosterone. It's just that I'm so tired. It's kind of like you lose your sex drive when you're so tired. Like the first function of your body is just to stay alive. I'm basically at that point, you know. The only thing I have enough energy for is survival. The survival just kicks in, you know. There's luxuries like sex drive. We don't have time for that, you know. There's not enough left for that. I'm going to think about knight g4. Because I hate putting my knight on d7 in this kind of position. What is that product that the Big Hurt advertises on TV? That you can't buy in the store? Free testosterone. It's a little like an advanced French here. I watch too much TV, at least 1 or 2 hours a day. Normally I never do, but I'm so tired before I'm free, when it's time to go to bed, I literally can't do anything but like vegetate in front of a television for like an hour. And I get to watch commercials. Masturbate's favorite commercials. GNC. Too much information, Bob. Thanks for sharing. Wolfsing playing too fast, I would say. Wolfsing's weakest... It seems like the weakest part of their game is the opening. He's playing a little too quick. Wolfsing in Italy. So we can win a pawn here with knight takes e5, knight e5, bishop b5. It looks reasonable. I guess the opportunity to win a pawn should not be ignored. $33. Juice box. That's hot. That's like summer in Budapest. Heart of the summer in Budapest. How much compensation does Wolfsing have? This Nimzovich in control of the e5 square? Guys, I'll be back tomorrow with my subscriber stream. I'll try to send you guys a message that are, you know, those of you who are subscribers will get a message. Privileged ones. I'm just kidding. We'll send out an email to remind you guys. Tomorrow's subscriber stream, 4:30 p.m. ET. So we're going to be taking submissions and going over games from 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. If you guys have an interesting game or just a game that you've seen somewhere that you'd like to share with us on the stream, again, 4:30 p.m. ET here on lichess and Twitch. Guys, thanks for supporting the stream. We had some donations. Lots of bits donations. Now, this move castles queenside. Oh my god. Wow, he's just castling queenside into my C file. Man, that seems kind of nutty. Wolfsing last week, speaking of the subscriber stream, he submitted a game where he just annihilated one of his opponents with a beautiful mating attack. Like, after a bad opening, he just spotted some very cute tactics and took them out. I don't want that to happen here, so I'm not developing any pieces with this move. The bishops, though, are really powerful. I don't think he even has that big of a lead in development. Okay, he's castled, but my pieces are rolling out really fast here. Bishop g7, castles kingside, and I'm done, you know. My development is basically complete in 2 moves. Bang, bang. Jim, thank you for the donation. 100 bits. He takes out Spectacular Camel. What day is it today? All right, Jim, 400. Spectacular Camel, 321. Astrobate with 320. You get the email every week. Damn it. That sucks. I tried to block it from going to you. Every week you show up, too. No matter how hard I try not to have you here for the stream, you keep showing up too. No, I'm just kidding, of course. Queen b6. JCS, I've never gotten a subscriber message, and you're our moderator? That must be why. Maybe because you're a moderator, they just assume you don't need one. Drunk Nils is missing on the bits list. Yeah, like last week when Bob was like, that drunk guy said whatever, I was like, wait, who are you talking about, you know? I feel like you you got to be at least like 30 to be labeled like a drunk somehow, you know? You can't be like 18 or 20 or in 21 to be a drunk. You got to have a little more experience in drinking to get that label. What is going on here? Bishop e2. But I don't think I'm going to be able to hold on to that pawn if I do that. It sucks. I need a place to put the bishop, though. Alright. Alright, I guess I need to do this. I don't know. I don't like playing this move, though. Although it might force him to play rook de1, which isn't that useful. He'd rather have the other rook. The earlier you start, the earlier you figure out how to manage yourself. Oh, Nilson's here. You guys are basically insulting me when I'm not around. No, we were actually asking why you didn't donate any. They were asking why you didn't donate any bits. But I said you spent all your money on gift subs. You guys never say anything about Nils when he's not here. I told you guys not to do that. But I defended you. I said I don't know anybody who's a drunk on my stream. At your age, it's too early to be labeled a drunk. You can't label someone your age like that. That's just not right. DE1. R2D2. Let's just keep that. Keep that for later. Bishop just interferes with his world. I don't mind trading into an endgame here. There's no pink badge. He has a pink badge. I wonder if I'm having the realization that I might be a drunk. This is what Juicebox said. It's only temporary. I've recovered many times now. Oh, Spectacular Camel just donated 80. He's gonna pass Dim. But it's not updating on the stream. It didn't go into effect yet on my stream. Alright, that C3 pawn is barely hanging on. Man, he can hang on to that. Try to soften him up a little bit. There it goes. Spectacular Camel takes the lead. It's so hard to say Spectacular Camel quickly. That was probably like the worst move in the world. I could have played Bishop C5, but now he has Rook H2. That's so stupid. Literally, there was no defense to Bishop C5. Well, Bishop... Yeah, he could play Knight G4. Actually, he did have Knight G4. Alright, but Bishop G7 is good now, isn't it? It's not so simple. He doesn't have Knight F3, Knight on DF3. I love these bishops and double pawns. Double pawns are bad. We hate double pawns in bishop pair. Like Botvinnik. Botvinnik. Double pawns in bishop pair. You missed an 8-month resub? Oh, 8-month resub? Wait. Push Pawn with 8-month resub. And also Acerbate earlier had a resub. I actually remember that. Thank you guys. Both to Pass Pawn and Acerbate. It was you, right, Acerbate? I got distracted and forgot. Thank you guys. That bishop is just terminal. How many pawns is that bishop worth? I'm talking about that bishop. Fix my pawns, please. You could have played rook g5 too. This causes some confusion in the white camp. The campers are not happy. I want to play d4 now. Now he has this 3-on-2 majority on the queen side. Push those. So much for fixing my so much for fixing my pawn structure. This guy's starting to get some sort of threats. King c1, rook g2. King a3. Galapagos. Now what am I going to do? Guess what day it is? Okay, this is starting to like piss me off. What is this? Seriously, what is this? Check on c2 and like d2. r2, d2. Keeps hanging on here. Man, the master of defense. The amoeba. There's no stopping the amoeba. Power to the amoeba. Amoeba, power up. Go. Go, amoeba, go. Amoeba. The amoeba is unstoppable. You cannot mess with amoeba. Getting tired, getting silly, but it shows the power. Multi-amoeba. Lots of pawns. That was fun. Alright. 2 bishops and the central pawns. We got challengers, but we've got subscribers to tend to. Juicebox Nils. How much did Nils pay today for for the first challenge? I took Nils. Oops. I took Nils ahead of Juicebox. That's not right. Alright, anyway. Whatever. Sorry, dude. We're playing Juicebox next. Nils. These are both 5-3, so they won't take too long. I thought Nils paid something to go first, but he didn't this time. I'm so used to him buying his way up in the queue that I just give him credit every time now. Juice will be next, and then we've got time for a couple more games at least. Spectacular Camel bought first place back with another donation of 80 bits, so he's 401. Jim with 400 and Acerbate with 322. We had this the other day with Nils, but I played something completely different. I did like a classical sort of setup with e4. Now we've got a fianchetto. I think I had a game like this with somebody. It was like Yevgeny Romanov. But against Romanov, yeah, it had to be a Queen's Indian. But somehow my bishop went to e3. How would my bishop end up on e3? That's weird. Something different. That was the guy who like drew with me and then accused me of playing for a draw. I've literally never had anyone do that. I was pretty steamed up, you know. I mean, I play solid, but I don't play for draws. And after the game to lecture me about how I played for a draw, crying about it, and then telling the same thing to his Grandmaster opponent in the last round as well, when the guy was like a pawn up the whole game. That was funny. Bishop e3 anyway. I'm obsessed with this idea. The 12-move miniature against Karpov. Yeah, there was like a knight on a4 and a knight on h5 or something like that. So Larry just was able to retreat his queen back to d1 and hit a knight on h5 and a knight on a4. I believe that it was something like that, where Larry was white, and it was a retreating queen move. Karpov missed, leaving his pieces unprotected. Pawns with whiskey. Yeah, the double fianchetto, I mean, it seems like Nils played the same thing last time. I didn't do a fianchetto setup last time. Now he just has a bad Benoni. Although, you know, objectively, this bishop, I'm not sure. I'm not sure my bishop is good here if I'm going to play d5. On the other hand, Black's problems might be even more significant. Who is that? Alms is here. Oh god, I played a normal opening. You're right. I forget it's Weird Opening Wednesday. Every other game I play something normal. Sorry. It's too late now. We get engaged in conversations and then... Alright. I get distracted from the real point of being here. Knight d2 with the idea of f4. It's like a real Benoni now. Yeah, now it seems like he could wiggle his way into a kind of normal position. Kind of normal. Yep. Just not focusing here, kids. The river rook. Bishop d6 and knight h5 in the Christensen Karpov game. Oh, it was bishop on d6 and knight on h5? Okay. I don't know why I started thinking it was a knight on a4. There'd be no way that Karpov would get a knight on a4, actually. So I think this is an atrocity. No take back. You didn't donate any bits today. I'm just kidding, man. Alright, we'll give him a take back. He donated 5 gift subs the other day. And obviously e5 is a positional atrocity. I was so happy to see you play that, man. I don't even know how to begin, you know? e5 would be just the biggest abomination Black could possibly play. Yeah, Christensen is a US GM. I mean, it's a Danish sounding name, so it's not a stupid question. Like, Scandinavian name. There is that younger guy. There's a... I don't want to call him like a kid because he's like 20, but... I guess German or Swedish. There's a young guy, 20 or 21 years old. I don't know his first name offhand. He was actually playing this past year in Budapest, 2500 player. I keep thinking he's from Germany or Sweden. The Chessmaster series? What did Larry have to do with Chessmaster? That's weird. I didn't know Larry had any relation to Chessmaster. I guess there's nothing I can do here. You don't want to see a rook takes e3. A roar. Games against Whiteskin. Well, you missed mine? You know about mine, right? In the chess master against Whiteskin, my win. I'll be a legend forever because of the chess master program. Yeah, Whiteskin didn't put a lot of his losses in there, and I guess mine was one of them. But there are probably multiple editions of it. Alright. I was going to tease Nils there and pretend I was going to like give him a draw. But I'm not going to be mean. He did trade pieces, so I think that he's doing okay here. When it's a Benoni, you want to simplify the game, and I think he's achieved that to some degree. So he's hanging in there. Not a bad position necessarily. This is not an ideal piece though. When you play the black side of the Benoni, you normally don't want your like Queen's Indian bishop to get stuffed, or you often just don't put it there. But nevertheless, any sort of trades probably benefit black in general. Okay. All right, what's up next? What are we going to do? Home, James. Talking about wonderful dark square bishops. Make your dark square bishop great again. You changed my mind about the whole position with the last move. Heads up game. Thus far. Good battle. It's close. I feel like I'm playing Shandor Farago. Farago Shandor. If I'm going to pronounce it correctly. What kind of low rated I am who I've had. For some reason I've had trouble against as far as beating him. Alright, Queen D2. Hartweissen Noodle donated 1,000 bits. That is crazy. Hartweissen Noodle with 1,000 bits out of the blue. He's not even a subscriber to the stream. That is wonderful. Thank you for that. That's great. Thank you so much. All right. Rook e7, f4. My king is needing a little more safety because of Queen c5 check. I play Rook a3 in the Benoni, regardless of whether it's well placed or not. Wow. I just always play it. Universally useful move. It's always good. I wish that Hardweissen Noodle's name was easier to say. I'd keep saying it again and again. Thank you for the donation. We'll just call him HWN for short. Man, we're going to drop that pawn on b2. I don't want to drop my pawn. But I don't want to drop my pawn. I'm about to flag. Let's just confuse him with no time left. The blockade. going for it. You see how useful this rook is? From lateral land? I was kind of bluffing him. Like, he could have taken this pawn twice on b4, but I think he just on principle thought, oh, that decentralizes his pieces. But I actually don't think that it was even not any longer. He didn't have to take on e4 either. But Nils has a tendency to get kind of, I don't know what to say. He gets excited, I think. I do this too. I get excited when I have a good position. And I think losing concentration when you have a good position, because the adrenaline gets pumping and you kind of get nervous or something. I don't get nervous when I have bad positions. I get nervous when I have good positions. And I think Nils is kind of doing the same thing. He still has some practical chances here. The last move was somewhat risky. I'm lucky this doesn't lose immediately. Rook takes e4. Rook c7, which I totally missed. Rook e4. He just resigned. So rook e4, rook c7, rook d4, rook c8 check. My rooks are probably filtering in there. But I feel like this game was kind of bluffy, and he was doing pretty well. So we had a great donation from, what was my my initials for HWN. Thank you for the 1,000 bits donation. That's awesome. Thank you so much. So we got a new leader in bits donations for the week. Spectacular Camel has his work cut out for him if he wants to maintain the lead. It's easy to forgive yourself if you lose a bad position, but quite the opposite from a good one. You feel like you have more to lose, is another way of putting it. And I think that's it, like, so what I'm trying to say is that Nilsson, and a lot of people like myself sometimes too, you end up like putting more pressure on yourself when you have the verge, you're like on the verge of a winning position. You're not a Benoni player. You did a pretty good job. But it's always tricky with the bishop on b7, kind of blotted out by that pawn on d5. It's not like optimal. Okay, so I want to play Juicebox Wizard and Alms because those guys are subscribers. And we'll see if we have time for more games. I'm not sure. Something weird's going on. I think I clicked the wrong button, basically. Whoops. Let's just do this over again. Okay, Juicebox. Juicebox has been very supportive of the stream, too. Nils, you guys are awesome. Acerbate, a lot of friends here. JCS, just by nature of being our mod. So, thank you guys for being part of my stream, helping it stay, you know, stay in place, stay successful. I will be down next week, so Monday through Friday of next week, I try to stream normally 5 or 6 days a week, but Monday through Friday of next week, I will not be streaming. Hopefully like next Sunday. For the rest of this week, I have Thursday subscriber stream, Friday blitz, Friday fast blitz, so Thursday 4:30, Friday 1:30. These times are Eastern time. Friday 12:30, excuse me, Eastern time. Sunday is our simul, which we do at 4:30 Eastern time. But all the streams will switch to a different schedule starting from the week after next. Okay, maybe the Sunday after next. Juicebox, are you with us? You don't see moves. Yeah, I think you ought to just refresh your page. He's probably on the last challenge I sent him or something. Shows you not connected to the game, Juicebox. Let's see, what's he got there for connection? Left the game. What does that mean? Like, he just has to reconnect? He challenged me. What? That's crazy. I have another challenge from Juicebox Wizard. Okay, that's weird. We'll try again. Juicebox Wizard is in Cambodia. The Cambodian internet. It's almost as, you know, it's almost as bad as Comcast here in here in New England. but not quite. Now, Juicebox played knight c3, I played d5, but I'm supposed to be playing weird openings today. So let's make it weird by playing h5 early. Anytime it's like g3, h5, Shirazi. g3 is an unusual move there. Oh, is a trick to get to play white? I don't see any reason not to take this pawn. My rook's exposed, but at least he doesn't have to worry about me pushing the pawn down to h3 to gain space. Well, I think when black plays h5 there, white ought to give passing thought to h3 or h4. Actually, another move is just simply knight f3. I mean, maybe at the end of the day, as long as he's able to castle queenside, it may not matter that he has like a slightly inferior pawn structure. So e4 here looks to be like a solid try. White's so far ahead in development, it has to compensate for the pawn structure weakness. But I mean, when I was playing chess and I wasn't that serious about it, like when I was playing a lot of online poker, and I would just play chess to kind of take my mind off poker, I would play like long series of games where I just played h4, h5 every single game, just to kind of troll people. And now if someone plays h4 against me, I get angry, because for me that was like basically disrespecting people. Neverod Doraven 88 just subscribed as tier 1. That's another subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. So what I was saying was, like, I would play these h5, h4 things just every single game. I have a lot of practice doing that, and it just feels like I did that. You know, I just played like h5 on the first move. I have a really good feel for doing that because I did it in so many games, just randomly in blitz against people. Whatever happened to Harry? Harry's gone. He's on to the next world. Never odd or even. Let's focus on the center here. If you play knight c3, you can also be really confused and try knight h3. Consistent and try knight h3. There's a game where I played knight h3 on move 1 against Horvat Jolt, who's a good player. I was down in exchange and I was lost, but I managed to salvage the game somehow. But if you play knight h3, normally it's just like you're gonna do maybe like g3, bishop g2, that kind of thing on the next moves. Juicebox castling kingside I don't really like here. It's an open h file. You have an isolated h pawn. I think that's a very questionable decision. Now white's probably just worse. Pretty much hands down. Yeah, my team was like really bad. That match I played against Horvat Jolt was many years ago, like 5 years ago or more, and our team was just bad, so I didn't even care like about, you know, normally in a team game I would be very careful not to play stupidly or play stupid openings or do anything crazy. But I think that year, like, we had a bad team and I just didn't really care, so I was just kind of messing around. Steam Express, are you from Hungary? Is that something I recall? All right. This is an annoyingly good move by white. So I can't play e6. I'm gonna lose my stuff. I probably have to play this move now, like literally my only move. Actually, knight takes g5 is possibly very strong for white there. He did not play it. But if he plays knight takes g5, I mean, there's pressure against that. I guess I play e6 and I'm probably okay. Yeah. So I'm moving back to Budapest this week, next week, after a long absence. Oh, there, I knew it was coming. Very primitive. Just burning the bridges. He's a bridge burner. E6, rook takes e6, pawn takes e6, queen g6 check, king e7. Okay, I don't think this works for white. You can't sacrifice a piece here. So he's just structurally dead. I mean, this is something he should have taken some time to think about. No, knight takes f3. He just has to recapture with the piece on f3. But I think he missed his best line. As I said before, when he played queen f4, knight g5, queen f5. No, sorry, knight takes g5. And then you've got e4 coming up. So I think that actually white has a decent game, probably after knight takes g5. Understand mostly the Hungarian words. You have a good friend who played h3 against Swedish Grandmaster? Knight h3? Anyone in particular that you know of? Who that was? That he played against? I haven't played too many Swedish Grandmasters. Akison, a few. Like 3, probably. Whoever visited Budapest. And I probably played like 3 Swedish Grandmasters, I think. It was against Tiger. Never met. I met Tiger, but I never played him. Seemed like a cool guy. Hiller person. Alright guys, I have time for like one more game after this. Looks like. We'll see. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I've actually got a package coming in the mail, and I'm worried that I'm going to miss the parcel delivery guy. I'm going to castle queenside. What do you guys think about that? Safety. Safety on the queen side. I'm taking subscriber challenges first, so Alms is a subscriber, as far as I know. The other guys are not, although they've both been on my stream a lot. We definitely castle kingside here. Obviously, I want to block my own H file, give up my H file. I had that other game earlier in the stream where I had my rooks doubled on the H file. How often do you have your rooks doubled on the H file and still you're able to castle kingside? That was a really kind of messed up position. That was funny. So, somewhat problematic how to really benefit from that long diagonal pressure here for Juicebox. Just hitting a brick wall at d5. His pieces are completely stymied by my pawn structure. That's what I've been banking on, and now he's just down a pawn with no compensation and a worse structure. It doesn't get any better than this. He's trying to open it up, which is a good idea, but it's too little too late. And one thing that I've been talking about to students and people, I'm actually dropping my f7 pawn here, whoops. Okay, I missed this point. Probably we still have a good game though. I have rook takes h3. Queen f7, rook takes h3. That was a bad oversight by me. Suicidal thoughts? Suicidal moves. With Juicebox Wizard. He didn't want the pawn. Now we're just collecting pawns. I guess he decided that my threats were too great. Another one. I try to tell people not to be materialistic, but if it's a central pawn, it's a good asset. Definitely. I'd like to trade queens. He didn't even pay attention. He just auto moved. He's pre-moving. Hard to break through. Doubled on the H file. Again. Alright, Juicebox. Let's play some simplified situation. Technicalities. King back to the first rank. Cardinal sin. Don't want the king to be inactive. Tied down. Yeah, man, this looks good. Now he tried to correct his mistake. Correcting of mistake. It is late. Oh no. Obscular bishops, yeah. Drawish. That's what a lot of beginners get wrong, you know, that obscular bishops are always drawish. It's drawish if it's just obscular bishops. If there are other pieces on the board, it's actually the opposite. So, if there is even just a pair of rooks on the board with obscular bishops, I mean, obviously the more advanced players know this stuff, but chicken nuggets, pawn nuggets, making me hungry for dinner. It's too early for dinner. Alright guys, I took Om's challenge because he subscribed to the stream. I actually have a correspondence game going with, well, someone on sound as well, but Om's at the moment. I'm not sure if Om's is new to my stream or he's just like a new account. Let's see. He's not that new, though we've had other players from Germany around his level regularly take part in my stream. You wonder sometimes if people are just like the same people who created new accounts, like old friends who came under new handles, just being secretive about their identities. What was his name? One of our regulars, Ananas, had several accounts actually. So tomorrow, guys, subscriber stream. This was played against me by a German international master, actually. What was his name? I don't remember now. Martin Senf. Those people with two F's at the end of their name. We're joking, it was like Senf. Double F. I had a quick draw with him in this line. I played Bishop G3 instead of... I played Bishop G3 instead of Knight... Sorry, instead of any of the other... Instead of Bishop E7. It's a weird line, very rare. Let's see what he knows here, because this is supposed to be like kind of the main line. I don't really believe it's easy for white to get an advantage. This is also Kramnik's choice when he played black against the computer. What was it? I don't remember. Deep Blue. What did Kramnik play a match with in the early 2000s? Do you guys remember that? There was some engine he played against. Where he played, when he played black against the computer, he had to play something really solid, so he chose to play this. The Lasker variation of the Queen's Gambit declined. Right. Right, it's very solid. So Alms is Tushar, Albino is Tushar, Ananas. No, Ananas came before Tushar. He's real. It was Deep Fritz. I'm not sure I remember. Probably. Fritz. Oh, Rook D8. Yeah, that's actually main line. This is a good line for black. Just really hard. This is the variation where I lost my watch in Australia. I played in a tournament and my opponent stole my watch during the game. In a closed tournament. It's just ridiculous. I put my watch on the board and he stole it. I'm sure he stole it. Nobody else could have stolen it. Okay, Bishop E6. Wow. I don't remember this. Hold on a second. I'm going to go check my opening encyclopedia. I couldn't find my opening encyclopedia to look this up. Oh well. What can I do? This is the position where Krivonosov, this creepy guy who plays for wins in Rook versus Rook endgames, he plays like a very unusual move here. At some point, very early c5. Maybe. Is it this position? Maybe now c5? I think it's here. There's some crazy variation like c5, c takes d. How does that work? I don't remember. Anyway, I wasted a lot of time. I mean, clearly, like, queen takes b7 is dangerous and sort of materialistic. Now I'm probably not even better. No idea what's going on here. I probably had this in blitz once. But I'm not gonna play this if it ever came down to a tournament game anymore. I wouldn't even go into this because it's just too well known. I mean, people can analyze this type of variation extremely deeply. There it was interesting, like, of course, rook takes d4, bishop takes f7 check. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, but I'm not sure what's up here. He's playing, what, knight d7, knight c5? Guess we're still in his preparation. That's weird. We're still in home preparation. Where does White's king live? Yeah, that's a good question. Well, probably kingside. I mean, I have no problem with something like castle's kingside, king h1. But it is hard to keep it protected. And that's how I ended up losing in the stolen watch game. I was really upset that my watch was gone. I couldn't concentrate. So he got my watch, and he beat me in the first round of this international round robin. And I went on to score my first IM norm. It was the only game I lost in the tournament. Defining moment. And this guy was like one of the lowest rated players in the event. And so it was like doubly screwed. I was totally screwed up. Stole my watch, and I couldn't concentrate, so I lost the game too. I was away from home, and I wasn't married, Bob, so that would be hard to do. The pawn sacrifice Black played was analyzed in a repertoire book by John Cox. Why am I not surprised? Who is John Cox, anyway? It's one of those authors. One of those chess authors who you hear about, but you've never seen. He's like, not real. It's not a real person. Just has a cool sounding name. Bob likes it. Now, I guess we can just play bishop e2, retracting our bishop back, you know, so knight a5 doesn't happen. That's kind of standard. Also guarding against knight d4, which is really nasty. I'm surrendering the pawn on c5. Here you got to be like Kramnik or Karpov or something. I'm just happy I'm happy with the draw. I know that this is bad for white. Bob, you're close to a timeout now. But I set you up for that. I know. Just be warned. I mean, queen takes c5, only black can be better. If you traded queens, if you took the queens off the board, I guess white theoretically might be able to do something with the bishop in an endgame. Magnus could win somehow, but only Magnus. Exactly, Uber driver. Uber driver's like reading my mind. Yeah, good job, man. Good evaluation. Bishop versus knight. If you guys saw my game with yesterday's tournament against Yellow Dragoon, my game with Yellow Dragoon, it was an endgame bishop versus knight. I had no advantage with the bishop. You'd think it would be better, but it was like nothing. Okay, so we can castle, but he gets a rook on this, his rock on the 7th rank. But, I mean, I can't leave my king in the center. I mean, that's clearly out of the question. Maybe there aren't too many options here. We just have to live with it. Be creative. Look how safe the black king is. Snug as a bug in a rug. Okay, I have tactics. Rook c1 and rook, queen takes b7 and rook c1. So rook, excuse me, I'm sorry for stuttering. Rook to d2, rook c1, or queen takes b7 first, followed by rook c1. That's kind of a cool variation. Does that work? Rook d2, queen b7, rook b8, rook a c1. That actually works. It's kind of amusing. Queen c1, queen b8 check. This is like human malfunction. Queen b4. I'm so happy to see the queens leave the board. Queen and knight combination, very dangerous. My king is open. Now it's like, whew. Now I probably can't lose. Winning is another story, though. I don't know about winning here. Simple materialism. Rook takes rook. Rook takes rook. Knight takes a2. Bishop c4. Knight c3. Rook d7. b6. My goodness. That's probably going to be 2 connected pass pawns for black on the outside against f7 falling. Okay, how much time do we have left, guys? I think this is the last game for today. I'd love to play more games, but I have to go. King f8, rook c1. I like rook c1 here. But again, knight takes a2. It's even better now. That's kind of pissing me off. So rook, knight a2, rook d8, rook c7, knight a2, rook c7, rook b8, bishop c4. Calculation, even in the endgame, is very important. I probably had a better move, though. I mean, it's probably better to do something mundane like a3. Just a3. This is the problem when you're an anti-materialist. I'm like obsessed with sacrificing my a pawn. Sorry, this is the current position. It's a little like playing Merle. Yeah. Please don't take my pawn. Damn it. He's just too solid. I think ironically, like the one time I played King Crusher in a game where he annotated it for his YouTube channel, I like messed up a winning endgame and lost. It was kind of a weird thing. But I beat him most of the time that I played him. This one game he posted on his YouTube channel a long time ago. It's from years ago, where I lost to him playing on the Internet Chess Club. I was totally winning. But I did lose to him. At least once. Yeah. He didn't smash me. He was lost. I mean, but I love that, Bob. He smashed you. He smashed you from a lost position. It was a convincing smash. Clean. Clean all the way. 0 cent upon loss. Stole my lunch money, not my watch. Okay, this is just a draw. Alright, I'm a good sport. I'm not like some people who play on rook versus rook. If it's a draw, it's a draw. Especially if it's an unrated game. But thank you for the game, Oms. I'm going to go, guys. I'm sorry I can't stay longer. We're going to be back with a subscriber stream tomorrow night. So it's going to be 4:30 Eastern Time here on lichess and Twitch. Thanks, everybody, for watching and joining me. Goodbye. I'll see you guys later. Thanks to JCS, everybody, for hanging out and the support we had today. Heart, Weiss, and Noodle. Spectacular Camel, Jim, Asterbait, everyone who donated. Merle. And, of course, Nils, for your 5 gift subs this week. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.